Hi guys, welcome to my channel, The Golden Cruiser. Today we're going to be talking about items that you should pack for your cruise just in case. Now many cruisers say they pack these items just in case something would happen or they need these. And I know all these that I found people listed I take with me also, so it just depends on you. So let's take a look at some of these. Number one would be Ziploc type baggies. Any brand you want or any size you want. But people do use these to go to the buffet and take back to their cabin, like some veggies, maybe carrot sticks, celery sticks, things like that for their kids or for themselves for later. They put fruit in here like apples, bananas that they could have later in their cabin. These can also be used if you get the large ones to put your wet bathing suits in if you're traveling home or anything like that. So these baggies do come in handy. I always have some with me just in case. They come in handy to pack your items in also. The second thing people take are the Downy Wrinkle Spray, and I don't have mine handy right now, but I'll put a picture right up there. This is a Downy Wrinkle Release. You just spray your clothing and kind of smooth it out while it's hanging up and pull on it, and the wrinkles come right out. This is really handy because normally once you get to the cruise ship, you do have something that's wrinkled and you want to get those wrinkles out. The other thing they take, and I take also, is this Tide to Go stick. And I used that on this cruise we were on because my son got some ink on his white jacket and this took it right out. So that's another great thing to just throw into your bag with you. Another thing is the clear plastic bags, like this type of bag. I have some of these that, and I'll put a link up here, put the picture of them. They're different cruise bags that says like life is better on a cruise, peace, love, cruise, different things like that. I got them on Temu. I know a lot of people don't like Temu, but I've got a lot of my cruise essentials there. I've never had a problem. They're very expensive on Temu, like $1 a bag, and I use them every time I go to put in things like a first aid kit, different things I'll need, shampoos, conditioners. I use these for everything that I'm taking on the cruise. Another thing people take, and I do it also, is an extra pair of glasses. Now, I had this happen once on a cruise where my glasses broke and I couldn't repair them, and I didn't have another pair with me, so I had to wait till we got in port. By the way, mine are just reading glasses, but I really can't see without them. I can't get prescription glasses fitted for me because I have a scarred cornea on one of my eyes. So I need these reading glasses to see. So I had to wait till our next port to get a pair. So now I always carry an extra pair. In fact, this last cruise in May to Alaska, I had taken 2 pair with me and somehow broke 1 pair. So I had the second pair, but in our next port in Alaska, I bought an extra pair. So I'm always carrying 2 with me. I keep 1 in my car's glove compartment. I keep, the pair I'm wearing and extra one in my purse at all times. And also another thing people take is eyeglass repair kit. A lot of times maybe just a screw came out and you can get it back in with a repair kit. Another thing people take is a portable charger. Now this one I have. What you do is you charge this up all during the day. This one lights up when it's charged white. And then when you go into port, you can just throw this in your bag, whatever you have with you, backpack, purse. And then if you see your phone is the battery's running out because you've taken too many pictures or videos or talking on your phone, you can just plug your phone right into this and this will charge your phone up. And this one comes with a little bag, and I just throw this into my purse, and then you can charge your phone while it's in your purse and no one knows, and then your phone's charged again. I'll put a link to all these items I'm showing you where I got mine. I got this one on Amazon. Another thing people take, and I take, is small scissors. Yes, just the little scissors, because you never know when you're going to need scissors to cut a string off clothing or tags off something you just bought or whatever. I wouldn't recommend taking a larger pair of scissors because sometimes, depending on where you're going, if you're flying or whatever, those may get taken away from you. So just bring a small scissor. They come in handy. Some other things people take. A Sharpie. Now, I used to use this a lot more than I do now, but I still take this with me. I still took this with me on my last cruise. Now, nowadays, everything is on your app for the cruise, which didn't used to be in the old days. You just got the daily planner sent to your room every day, which listed what was going on the ship. Well, sometimes you do still get that, or sometimes you have to request one to be delivered every day. But I would go through and I would highlight what we were going to do for the day or the evening or things we wanted to see. But nowadays, if you're using your app, you can just go on there and click what you want to do, and then you'll get a message pop up that this is happening at this time, and it's like a reminder to you. So either way, whether you're old-fashioned and you want to highlight those things, you can take that with you. If you don't use that at all, if you only use the app, then you don't need to take that. Another thing people take is seasick medicine, such as Bonine or all the other ones out there with them. I don't get seasick, so I've never taken any of this medicine. I did, however, find these more natural. They're like a band, and it goes on your wrist, and the pressure point that's under here, there's like a little ball. It puts a pressure point here that helps with seasickness. Now, I had bought these, and I always take them, but never needed them till this last cruise. Now, we were on the Alaska cruise in May, and it was a little rough one day when we were out to sea, and we went to the theater to watch a show, and of course, that's at the front of the ship, so it was pretty rocky. My son and granddaughter both, my son's head did not feel right. He felt kind of dizzy, woozy, like he wanted to go lay down, and my granddaughter got a headache from the rocking. So they went back to the room to lie down while I stayed and watched the show. I had to. It was We Will Rock You, a great show. So anyway, when I got back to the room, I told my son I had, these. They come in a package of 6 or 4. I'll put the link to these where I got them on Amazon. This is just a little pack of them. And he put those on his wrist, and it helped him. He felt better after wearing these. So that's something else to try if you don't like taking medicine, which I don't because I have reactions to a lot of medicine. So this is an all natural, just pressure point for your wrist. Another thing for seasickness is eat green apples. And they always have those on the cruise ship, green apples or ginger. Drink ginger tea. That helps with seasickness also. Another item people take is a pill box. Now, I always take like a 7-day planner, or I even have a 14-day planner that I'll sometimes take with me. And then every day I'll put in like my daily vitamins. Like I have 4 or 5 daily vitamins I take every day. So I'll put them in each date that we're going to be there. And then what I do is, because I need to take them with food, I will put them in a smaller pill box, which I also take Tylenol or ibuprofen with me, and I'll put my pills in there for the day so that when we go to eat, if we're not eating in the room for breakfast, I can then take my pills while I'm, at breakfast eating. This just always stays in my purse with me with some kind of, again, Tylenol, ibuprofen in it. Another thing a lot of people bring that I used to bring, but not so much anymore, is a hanging toiletry bag. Now let me show you this one. It's pretty big. This just hooks over usually in the bathroom and then opens up to all these pouches. I'll stand up here. Goes way down so that you can put your items in here. Shampoo, conditioner, hair products. There's a lot of space in this, and then it folds up and zips shut. And there's even a zipper part in the front. I believe this holds some jewelry. Yeah, so in the front there, it'll hold some jewelry, rings, bracelets type things in there. And this one I got on Amazon, and I think I used it on one or two cruises, and then I no longer used it because guess what I use? I take the shoe holders that you hang over your door that you put shoes in. You might have a clip here. Um, I use that instead. I find that easier to use. Just we hang it over the outside of our bathroom door, and then we put in products like suntan lotions and medicines and people that anyone in the cabin could get to easily if someone's using the bathroom or taking a shower. So I use that instead of the toiletry bag now. But that is something that people use and really like, and it might be something that you would like also. Another thing is packing cubes. Now, I have a set of 3 of these. They come in different sizes. So they come with like 4 to 6 different sizes inside of them. This one, so it'll fold open once you've got your items of clothing there. So there's different sizes. There's a small one. So the smaller ones, I put my undergarments in. And then when I get to the cruise, I just take those out and put them in the cube, in the pack, right in the drawer. So your clothes aren't touching the drawers. You don't know what's been in that drawer. And then whenever you need that each day, you just go to your cube and get them out. You can do that same thing with t-shirts or swimsuits, pajamas. Just keep them right in the cube, put the cube on the shelf, and when you need it, go get it. And then I only hang the items that I need to hang out. But the packing cubes are really handy. They make more room for you in your suitcase and just make it easier. Another thing to make sure and bring is some sort of sunscreen. Sunscreen on a cruise ship is very expensive. So if you know you're going to be out at the pool, even if it's overcast or cloudy where you're going, the sun hitting off the water will really burn you. So make sure and get sunscreen before you leave. I always take it with me, even if we're not going to be at the pool or something, just in case we decide to go to the pool. I have it with me. It's a good idea also to take like some sort of aloe vera or something that if you did get sunburnt, you can use that. I just heard today John Heald, the Carnival Cruise ambassador, was talking about a passenger wrote to him and said they got severely sunburnt on the cruise ship, and they didn't have any kind of lotion or anything to heal them, so they had to go to the medical center, and they want Carnival to pay for it because Carnival didn't have any signs out there warning them they could get sunburned. It's just ridiculous. You have to take account for yourself, people. They said usually at a hotel they post signs that we should, wear sunscreen and be protected. Well, if you're an adult, you should know that you need to have some kind of sunscreen on. So, of course, Carnival is not going to pay for you getting sunburned. So just bring some sunscreen with you. Another thing people bring, and we do also, I don't have mine out, but I will put a picture up here, is a portable fan. Now, my son gets very hot at night, and he always sleeps with a fan on him. So we found this portable rechargeable fan. So what we do is charge it up during the day when we're out at port or around the ship, and then it lasts all night. And it's got 3 different speeds. It came from Amazon. I'll put the link below for that fan, but a lot of people take their fan. Another thing to do is make sure and bring small bills with you. And these are for tipping or in ports. You may want to, tip a driver you've been with or something like that. Tip the porters when they're taking your luggage in and off the ship. Also, some countries will only take, like down in Mexico, they would take U.S. cash, but it had to be in small bills. So make sure you have some small bills with you. Another thing is travel adapters. Now these are if you're going to have, like we have usually 3 of us in the room at the same time, and we usually need some sort of extra plug to plug our devices into. So there's different ones out there, and you need to check with your cruise ship what they allow and what they don't. Now this one, this is a power plug. You want to get a non-surge protector. You cannot take a surge protector on any cruise ship, so it has to be non-surge protector. And then it's got a place for 3 plugs here and the USB ports here. Now this one I could not take on Royal Caribbean. They do not allow these anymore with a cord that plugs in. For Royal Caribbean, you have to use an adapter like this that you plug directly into the wall, and then USB only is what Royal Caribbean uses. So, and you want to check when ordering these which fits your type of foam because they're different. So make sure you find out what the cruise line allows. Otherwise, it'll be taken away from you. If I took that one with the plug on Royal Caribbean, they'd take it away from me. So don't take anything like that. The next thing is magnetic hooks. Now, I always take magnetic hooks. They look like this. The walls on a cruise ship are metal, so these stick very well. They come in a pack. I've got it around here. These ones I got are a pack of 6, and I take these with me. I got those on Amazon. You can also get them on temu. Make sure you get the heavyweight ones. These we put on our walls to hold our bags, such as our backpacks, purses, lanyards, jackets, hats. These come in real handy to get things out of the room, off counters and everything, and up on the wall, make more space for you. So those are a very handy item. The next item is some sort of first aid kit. I have this little first aid kit with some bandages and gauze and different things in it that I always take. I usually make up a bag which has a lot of different things in it, different bandages and wipes and things, hand wipes, sanitizing wipes and things like that. So make sure you take a little first aid kit with you. Another thing cruisers take is earplugs and sleep masks. Well, I usually don't take these. Some people are light sleepers, and so they take these to keep the light out if the sun is really bright, or say you're in Alaska and you're at the time of season where it doesn't get dark. You want to take a sleep mask. Earplugs, if you happen to get on a cruise cabin and you're right below the disco, or you're by the pool deck where they're moving chairs back and forth really early in the morning, you might want earplugs. On this last cruise, I did for the first time in Alaska go into port and get a sleep mask. And the reason I did that was my son and granddaughter like to stay up late in the cabin watching movies, and I like to go to sleep and not stay up so late. So the light from the TV was just bothering me enough. So I got this to put on to sleep, and it really helped me. So if you're a light sleeper, you might want to think about those items. Another thing is like a bottle covers. Now they look like this. They're little rubber, they're silicone actually, and they fit like over top of your bottles. Now this is so your bottles won't leak. I used these on our last cruise in May for the first time, and they came in really handy because sometimes like my hairspray or something would leak a little bit into my bags I had them in. So these worked really good. And I have a whole bunch of those. They came, you could get like a set of 10, a set of 20. I got mine on temu, and they were only like $1 something or $2. You can also buy them on Amazon, but you'll pay a lot more for the same price. I swear sometimes Amazon people buy them from temu and then resell them at double the price because they're exactly the same. And that's it. Another thing I would recommend taking is poopery. We always take this. You can get it in smaller travel bottles or this size. This is from Amazon. I actually picked up one also in Alaska when we were there. I saw them cheaper than what I get on Amazon. I always take these hotel rooms. Cruise cabins are small. Put this in before you go to the bathroom, then your cabin won't smell. That's a real handy thing. I do have other videos that show about all the cruise essentials I take, because there's a lot more than what I showed you here that I actually take. Maybe some you'd want to take with you, maybe some you wouldn't. Maybe you wanted to take any of them. But I do take other items. These were the just in case items. But I do have a lot of other items I usually pack with me. So take a look at that video. It's called Cruise Essentials. I also have one on cruise clothing that I've bought. And I have one on Alaska Cruise Essentials, what I took to Alaska that you might need. So check out those videos, and there we have it. There's some things that maybe you want to take, maybe you don't. So thank you for stopping by today. If you liked my video, please give it a thumbs up, a like, and please consider subscribing to my channel. You can always unsubscribe at any time, but it really helps me out. So bye for now and have a wonderful day.